Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got something to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. But also, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Yes, captains, a couple of blogs to go over to update you, to get everything up to date. So we'll go over them, drop the 2E season, and at the end give our conclusion. So first up, it's time to get your upgrades in on PC this weekend, when you'll be getting double technology points for your tech upgrades. So it is on the PC bridge, so still striving to get the greatest performance out of your equipment. This weekend will be the perfect time to apply tech upgrades to your gear, as we're doubling the amount of technology points earned from each one applied. So from May 9th to the 13th, so as of the drop of this video, it should happen after, or if after the maintenance is done, or whenever they turn the clock on, it will be live. Every tech upgrade used will apply twice as many technology points toward your next upgrade. This in turn reduces the amount of dilithium that must be spent to reach each upgrade threshold, allowing captains additional chances to attain both mark and rarity increases on their favored loadout. So I'm going to try to remember to take advantage of this. There are some consoles that I still need to get to the gold quality, and that's some of the hanger pet consoles that have been kind of in my inventory there, some phasers, so hopefully we'll get to do that. Now, of course, I always recommend using the Phoenix upgrades that you can buy from the Dilithium store. It's the best way to do that, in my opinion, and that's how I've been doing it. So again, that is going to start May 9th and goes till the 13th. So there you go, my capsule. Next up, 3 new items: the Imperial Assault Set, the Synth Combat Pet, and the Crystal Prism console are coming to Mud's Market on PC tomorrow, along with a 75% off sale. So again, this is for the PC bridge. Let's go over it here. New items in Mud's Market: the Imperial Assault Set, again, Crystal Prism console, and SynAndroid Combat Pet are all coming to Mud's Market. So valued customers, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you already have your eye on some of our newest stock. Ah, yes, this particular crystal is very important. It's helped me escape many a run with the Alliance. In fact, you just equip it to your ship, and you are able to leverage Pavin technology to light up the sky with crystals and laser beams. Now, over here in this tall glass case, we have actual armor and weapons utilized by the Klingon trader Akar. What? What? Of course, they're genuine. I would never sell you a replica. No, no. Don't look in these crates. And this is the final of our newest items. Now, I must stress that it is illegal within the Federation to own a synthetic being. That is why you should or would be giving me money. And I would be recommending you a dynamite new friend. Yes, yes, all questions will be answered if you just step this way. So, here you go. Muds is adding 3 new items in the store. Again, the 4-piece Imperial Assault ground set, console, Crystal Prism, and the SynAndroid A600 series combat pet. These items will be live in the Mud's Market tab of the Zen store tomorrow, so today, as the drop of this video. And everything in the Mud's store except bundles will be 75% off. That is a good deal. That's the highest deal that we've ever gotten in the Mud store and probably will ever get, unless they decide to go be generous and probably give us more. But this is the highest I've seen. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Again, that goes from May 9th to the 13th. So the first one, we'll kind of just go over this a little bit here. So the 4-piece Imperial Assault ground set will go to Star Trek Online Wiki here. Wiki. So the Imperial Assault ground set is a 4-piece ground equipment set. It was rewarded to players who completed the Only Konos Endures special event, which ran from May 25th to June 24, 2021 on PC. So what does it include? The Imperial Assault armor, the Imperial Assault Personal Shield, Imperial Assault Dual Nanopulse Disruptor Pistols, Imperial Assault Nanopulse Edge Batlet. So I have used this on some of my alts, and it does the job. It's not like a meta breaking and or end game thing, but it works. It works fine. And especially if you like pink, ooh, this is something for you, Captain. So I'll leave all the links of the new items here in the description below, but we'll go over them quickly here. Again, this was something that they gave away back in 2021. Can't believe it's been that long already. But so here is the Imperial Assault Armor. So it has a special ability, which is the Mycelial Rift Drone Fabrication. So here is the stats for it here, as you can see there. And again, it creates a drone that detonates into rift on foes. Creates a Mycelial Rift drone, which seeks foes and detonates, opening a Mycelial Rift for 15 seconds. Rift pulls foes in and deals XXX kinetic damage per second to them, with a 47-second recharge. So pretty cool. And it does have a sort of look to the actual armor. And then of course you have the Imperial Assault Personal Shield. There is the stats right there. Rapidly regenerates after not taking damage after 3 seconds. 2 seconds of crouching. When shields drop, fully recharge them and apply plus 50% critical strike chance for 5 seconds. There's that. And here's what I was talking about. Pink. Hot pink. Imperial Assault Dual Nanopulse Disruptor. These, to be honest, this sounds like Star Wars types of pistols in my opinion. But they're pretty good because they're dual wield and I think they're pretty awesome. So they're dual bolt setting, so disruptor damage, of course, right there. And it has a bolt spray. Then lastly, part of the set is the Imperial Assault Nanopulse. Again, same hot pink look to it. And it's just a basic battlet attack with another attack there. So again, this has a 4-piece to it. So 2 pieces, cunningly timed hack. Mycelial Rift drone applies cunningly timed hack when it begins to charge. So plus 20 kit performance. Using a kit module causes the next weapon attack to apply cunningly timed hack, slowing enemies in an area. 3-piece gives you experience Beige, plus 2% critical chance. Defeating 5 foes within 5 seconds recovers half the recharge time of kit modules and Mycelial Rift drone. And the 4-piece, Imperial Destiny, cunningly timed hack applies root as well as slow. Experience Beige improves kit performance by 100 for 30 seconds. Mycelial Rift drone deploys 2 drones at once and plus 25% critical severity. So I wouldn't break out the Zen for this, to be honest. But if you are a bit of a collector who just started after this event, then it's up to you. It's going to be more of just something to collect. And again, like I said, if you like hot pink. Next up, the Console Universal Crystal Prism. So here you go. So the Console Universal Crystal Prism is the ship variant of the Universal Kit Crystal Prism, which is the ground version. It allows the player to deploy multiple turrets, which automatically attack nearby enemies with psionic blasts. Damage per shot scales up with the number of turrets currently deployed and connected to each other. Turrets will automatically self-destruct 40 seconds after deployment, but deploying a new turret nearby will reset this timer. This console can be equipped on any ship and be put into any console slot. Players may only equip, of course, one of these. So here is the stats of it. Plus 21.4 Starship Control Expertise. Plus 17.1% maximum shield capacity, because shields are important. And here it is, the Pavan Prism. Create linked crystal prisms. Consume 1 charge to create a crystal prism. Each crystal prism lasts 40 seconds. Links with your prism within 5 clicks. Refreshes duration of linked prisms 1 per second. Deals XXX psionic damage. Of course, that depends on your stats. Plus 25% per linked prism. Stores up to 4 charges. Regains 1 charge per 15 seconds. Now, this was, and I think sometimes still is now, a good stand-in and a good console that marries well with Universal designs. So that is something to consider. I believe if you don't have, let's say, the console from the synth ship, the Phaser Lance attack, that you can get as your reward from the event campaign. And the Deimos Pilot Destroyer is that ship with the phaser lance, with that, the emulating phaser lance. So these two, or it would synergize definitely with that trait, Universal Designs. But if not, again, I would use the emulating phaser lance over this, to be honest. So the acquisition, of course, now is through the Mud Store, but this console was an event grand prize for completing the events of Pavo, which was July 27, 2021 to July 27, August 17th. Now, this is, again, 2021. Again, it just feels like it's so long ago. So, again, this could be a good replacement and a console that can work with Universal Designs if you don't have that mentioned emulating phaser lance. But if you do, I wouldn't really worry about this. But if it's something you want to try out, again, if you have the resources, there you go. Lastly, the SynAndroid A600 series. It's a combat pet. And this is how it looks like. So, SynAndroid A600 series is a combat pet which was rewarded from the 2022 First Contact Day event. I do have this on one of my alts. It's just nice to have, but it doesn't really do much, to be honest with you, my caps. So as synthetics, the A600 series were produced as both strong and efficient androids in the vision of the fabled Noonan Soong. Their primary program directives involved repairing devices and electronics as laborers. So there it is. Beams down an A600 series synthetic unit, performs 2 types of laser tool attacks, performs strong melee attacks, ability to taunt foe for 3 seconds, and lasts 45 seconds. Now, there's a cool animation when this is done. It kind of short circuits, and there is some kind of like electrical visual sort of looks to it, and then it just kind of falls down. So, continue here. There you go. The combat companion stays up to 45 seconds, but can be targeted and defeated by enemies prior to this duration. So 30-meter range, 1-minute recharge. And again, there you go. So again, this, I would not recommend this, again, unless you just want to collect stuff that you've missed, especially if you started playing Star Trek Online after this or the other items have come into game. But I don't think these are end game breaking. There's no need to get them. There are better things out there, I believe. Now, with the 75% sale, as mentioned here, that is the actual largest sale that we get for the Mud Store. So again, you can kind of look through that and see if there's anything you want to pick up through there. But most of the Mud stuff I already have just due to the events, and that's what the Mud Store, Mud's Market is. Usually they put a lot of the past event prizes from years prior, like about 2-3 years, sometimes 4 years ago, into the Mud's Market, so that they can sell it at a really inflated price, and that the real sort of value of it only comes to light when there's sales, such as the 75% off and or whatever sales, because these really are high price ticket items. I would rather buy ships than these past event items. They're good because for me and some other captains, we've gotten from the events. So for the most part, for captains like myself, this is nothing that really interests us. But again, I know there are a lot of new captains out there wondering, but those are just my 2 ECs. Nothing really, I believe, to break the bank with these items, and maybe just sort of use your resources better on ships rather than these, because 2 of these are ground. Ground's not really the biggest thing for myself personally. But this one console for space can be a thing if you're pairing it up with that trait, as I mentioned, the Universal Design. So, caps, that is the latest from the Stowe X feed. So, do us a huge favor and hit that like button. Comment below. Let us know what weapons that you're upgrading, or consoles, or whatever have you, this upgrade weekend. And of course, if there is something that you'll be grabbing from the Mud Store, whether it be these new items or anything that is 75% off, because we just want to know and have an idea. And of course, if you're new here to the YouTube bridge, as mentioned before, consider subscribing, as we're always looking for like-minded captains so that we can have these moments where we can share our 2 ECs. And with that said, captains, we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.